In its recent press release for the all-new 2023 Lexus RX, the luxury Japanese automaker says it pioneered the luxury crossover segment with the launch of the first RX more than 20 years ago and never looked back. Now, I'm not a historian, but I'm pretty sure that Jeep would have something to say about that, as the U.S. automaker claims its 1966 Super Wagoneer was the first luxury SUV. And even if you want to discount the Jeep for, well, being a Jeep, what about the Range Rover? That was launched back in 1969, and the last time I looked, the Range Rover has always been a luxury SUV, and 1969 is more than 20 years ago. Anyway, regardless of the validity or otherwise of Lexus's historical claims, the all-new 2023 RX still looks like a pretty sweet ride. And you know what? It actually looks like really good value for money when you compare it to many of its rivals. So, should you consider buying one when it becomes available? Or should you give it a miss? I'll admit right here that I love the exterior styling of all the vehicles Lexus has been producing over the last few years, and this new RX is no exception. On top of that, Lexus interiors are absolutely stunning. The technology is first class, the build quality is beyond reproach, and customer satisfaction with the brand and its dealers is off the scale. Despite all that, I've never even got as close as visiting a Lexus dealer when it comes to considering buying a Lexus. Over the last 10 years, I've gone with Land Rover, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, and even Kia. I once thought about buying a Lexus IS sedan for about 2 minutes, but that's as close as I got. My issue with Lexus has always been the amount of money it costs to buy a vehicle with a badge that doesn't stir the soul. You'll often hear Brits describe a Lexus as a posh Toyota, which is actually very accurate. Lexus, Acura, and Infiniti are just not BMW, Mercedes, Jaguar, Land Rover, or Audi, are they? There are going to be quite a few different versions of the 2023 Lexus RX, and that could broaden the appeal of this model and the brand, and get people interested who have never considered a Lexus before, me included. There will be 3 main versions to start with, which are the RX 350, the RX 350h, and the RX 500h F-Sport Performance. The RX 350 will be the most affordable model with a 2.4-liter turbocharged inline-4 under the hood. The 350h and 500h will be hybrids, and there will eventually be an RX 450h Plus that will be a plug-in hybrid. The 2023 RX will also be offered in 6 grades of standard, Premium Plus, Luxury, F-Sport handling, and an RX First F-Sport Performance. Prices for the new model haven't been revealed yet, but it's hard to imagine the new model being much more expensive than current models. On the other hand, it's a pretty safe bet that the most expensive models will be outrageously expensive. At the moment, you can get a 2022 RX starting from $46,995. The most expensive versions of the current model cost from around $53,000. So how does this stack up against the competition? The Acura MDX costs from $48,000, the Cadillac XT5 costs from $43,995, and you can buy a new Lincoln Nautilus from $44,090. This is where the question of where Lexus stands against other brands raises its head. Nobody would question placing the RX against rivals from Lincoln, Acura, Infiniti, and Genesis. But what about German luxury rivals? The BMW X5 is a midsize rival of the RX, but it's in another pricing class, as the 2022 model year starts at more than $60,000 in the US. However, you can get an Audi Q5 from $43,850, and the Mercedes-Benz GLC starts from $43,300. This is where Lexus has a problem, in my opinion. Pricing the RX below its German rivals might make it more attractively priced, but would that also further devalue the brand? The new Lexus RX is the same length as the current model, and that makes it longer than the Q5 and GLC, but the Audi and Mercedes have a lot more cargo space, so the extra length of the RX only really shows up as extra legroom up front. Where the Lexus has the German competition beaten is with the standard specification. The new RX is bursting with standard kit that will cost you extra with the Germans, and that's if they can even offer some of the high-tech gizmos you'll find in the new RX. I'd even dare to suggest that the Lexus will be built better, and you just know it will be more reliable. For me then, the all-new RX is better looking, better built, higher spec, more advanced, and a better all-round buy than the competition. If I was in the market for a luxury midsize crossover, especially a hybrid, I'd skip the rest and go straight to the Lexus. I'd like it to be cheaper, of course, but who wouldn't? The 2023 RX is expected to go on sale at the end of 2022.